All right, good morning, guys. We are hot this morning. It is 8:27, 3 minutes until CAD GDP news. This news is forecast to be good for CAD, which might not be good for my trade here on EurCad. Now, when you have good CAD news, you're going to see CAD base pairs normally go higher, CAD quote pairs go lower. The news, if we flip over to Forex Factory, is forecast to be higher than previous, which might be good for CAD. If that's the case, this pair could spike down and take me out of the trade. So going into the news here in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to stay on film with you guys and you're going to see me close the trade before we go into news. People in the VIP chat are talking to me. How do we handle the trade when news is coming? Blah, 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 blah. It's driving me nuts. Guys, relax. You know if high impact news is coming, we need to get out of the trade before the news comes. We need to follow our rules. Let me send them a message here. I said get out before news. I'm filming a recap. We're up 3 pips now. 2 minutes left in the candle. Let's see how it goes. $2.8. 2.9. If I start to see my spread open up, you see it right here, it says 2.0. If that starts to get too big, if it gets over 3, I'm going to pull the trade right there. We're up 3 pips, 3.7. Make a little Instagram video here. All right, guys, I'm up 4 pips in the trade here. We're headed into CAD news this morning, so I'm going to be out of this trade here any second with about 1 minute and 20 seconds until news. I'm going to take the small win here and look for a better entry as the morning goes on. It might spike this thing higher. It might not, but this CAD news could definitely affect it. Got to get the videos for Instagram. With 1 minute left here, let's take the trade. 4 pips, not going to play games. I'm out. Cool. Now, I'm not ending the video here. We're going to watch the spread here, 2.3, and let's see if this thing comes higher. I was reading this off the divergence here, building from 7 a.m. You see that rising RSI here on the 1 minute, falling price action? That got me interested to see this thing potentially come long. This is the divergence signal that we're going to include in our course next year. If you go to the 15 minute, you can see how clearly this is long biased. We set the high here at the end of the day, retested during the London-Asia crossover, moved higher. Retested again here. I think we might move higher, but again, if this news comes out as forecast, this could come lower. So we have 15 seconds till news. Let's see what happens. I just said a message to everybody. News could be good, could push it down. Let's go back to MetaTrader. Look at the spread, 15 pip spread. Jesus Christ, but it's shoving it higher. So it's shoving it in the direction that we thought it would go. But let's see what happens. 8 pips, 6 pips, 7 pips. Kind of all over the place here. Shoving it higher. Now it's back down to 3. Head over to Forex Factory, check the news. Ooh, came out negative. That's why you're seeing this came out the wrong way there. Interesting. Hold on, let me send a message to the VIP. Cool. Let's see Euro USD coming higher, USD CHF lower. Yeah, so again, EurCad, we knew this could pop higher. Again, I took my nice little win here. I think this still comes higher as the morning goes on. And now with news kind of kicking it in, if news wants to be priced in this way, this is going to continue to rise. Because it was a forecast for 0.2, came out at 0.1, that's technically negative because it's under forecast. You would think that CAD quote pairs would then rise because the news is negative, right? But it's still a higher than previous. Previous GDP was 0, now it's 0.1. So could be good overall for CAD, and maybe this comes down. Sometimes with news, you'll see it spike in a direction and then change and get priced in and come the other way. And that's why I take my trades out before high impact news. So a quick little win here, 4 pips. It's a nice little icing on the cake. I had about 0.5% risk on this trade, nothing too heavy. I'm going to keep looking today. It's only 8:30, but this is a nice little win for the bag here. It's Thursday. Got to be happy with that. Following the rules, getting out before news, a good entry signal here. And we'll watch how this plays out as the morning goes on, and I'll come back and check in with you guys in a few minutes. All right, guys, it is now 9:06. I just want to wrap up the quick EurCad trade this morning. So as you can see, I was spot on with my analysis. We got that initial pop, and yes, I could have held in a little bit longer, and maybe the spread wouldn't have hurt me when it opened up, and it would have given me a little bit more money. But the thing is you got to stick to your rules. And with this system, I know some people say they make money trading news, but I don't. And I've been doing this system for the last 5 years, and this is what works for me. So when we see high impact news coming, we want to make sure we're out of our trades that are going to be affected by that news. Here, we had the high impact GDP news coming in on CAD. Remember what I said. It was forecast to come out at 0.2. Previous was 0. So that would be good news. GDP coming up. Good news on CAD is going to push CAD base pairs higher and quote pairs lower. This is a CAD quote pair, and that's why you're going to see it come down. But if you look at Forex Factory, they're saying it's actually bad news. They put it in as red because it wasn't as high as forecast. The forecast is important. People weigh a lot of decisions on the forecast. So you initially see the pop because the news was bad, because it wasn't as forecast. It was lower than forecast. But in the big picture, the news is still good because GDP is up from 0 to 0.1. That good news is what's pushing EurCad lower right now, and that's why I was out of the trade before the news came in, because you can't forecast if the news is going to be on forecast or if it's going to be off forecast. It's better to be safe, not sorry. So good technicals here, good setup, small win, just keep it moving. We're looking at Euro USD as well here, seeing a little bit of like an inverted head and shoulders here at this support level of 111.45. Head here, left shoulder, right shoulder. I think maybe if we break 111.60, 111.65, it could come up and retest 111.70, but the 15-minute chart does not look great today. Falling liquid 50, falling RSI, strength is falling, but price action is moving sideways. So it might consolidate here today after that big push up yesterday afternoon on the news. So I'm most likely not going to get involved here. I really appreciate you guys coming in and checking in on my trades, checking up on what we're looking at here. I hope that you saw here this morning how simple it is to trade when you're following your rules. You could get emotional about this. You could try to stay in the trade and be greedy, knowing the news could shake you out. But again, if you're really here for the long run, you put those emotions aside, you follow the rules. And for me, the rules say get out before the major news, stick to good technicals, and more often than not, we're going to win our trades. And over the long term, those wins are going to add up and compound the account. So a good trade here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Today's my first day back at the desk from vacation. I was away all week with Riley and Charleston. It was really nice. So I'm going to be catching up on some work today. I think I'm done for the day. I really don't want to go counter trend on EU and try to short it. I don't know if we're going to get a good long signal here. So I think I'm done for the day. It's 9 o'clock. I've got other things I'd like to do, and I'm going to take the win and move on. If there were other setups that I was looking at, I would stay here at the desk and keep pushing, but I don't think there are. I clicked through everything on the 15-minute and the 1 hour, and I don't like anything. So if you have any comments, any questions, concerns, anything about the trade you'd like to tell me, drop a comment below. If you're new to our channel and if you enjoyed the video, hit the red subscribe button below me as well. We want you to join the team, join our family so you don't miss any of our future content. And as always, guys, I said this before, I appreciate you being here, checking out my trading videos, my trading content. And if there's anything I can do for you, any direct videos you need, any questions you need answered, please drop a comment, like I said, or let me know. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next trade recap.